boys and girls. This lesson we will read about creative kids and we will write about your favorite invention. Okay, let's start. Open your books at page 118, 119 and look at the pictures. What can you see? What can you see? Look at these pictures. What is this? What is this? What is this? What do you think? Next, now let's listen and read. After that, we will answer the question. Now, open your books 118. Now we will listen and read about creative kids. Okay, let's start.
Track B24, Activity 14. Listen and read. Creative kids. Did you know that a teenager had the first idea for a television? And a 6-year-old boy invented the toy lorry? Young people are great inventors because they have a lot of creativity and imagination. 1994. Chris Haas was 9 years old when he designed a hands-on basketball. His basketball has painted hands on it. The hands show you where to put your hands when you throw the ball. Chris had the idea when he saw his friends miss lots of baskets. Today, people use his invention around the world. 1994. Wristies protect you from the cold. You wear them under your coat and gloves in winter. Catherine Gregory was only 10 when she had the idea. She was in the snow and her wrists hurt because they were cold and wet. So she invented wristies. Today, millions of people use wristies. 1905. When Frank Epperson was 11, he left a cup with some fizzy drink and a stick in his garden. That night, he forgot about it. It was a very cold night. When he went outside the next morning, he found something amazing. An ice lolly. 1825. Louis Braille had an accident when he was 3. The accident left him blind. At that time, it was hard for blind children to read. They had to touch raised letters. But it was easy to confuse a Q with an O, an R with a B, and so on. When he was 15, Louis invented an alphabet that used raised dots. The Braille alphabet was a big success.
Okay, now let's answer the questions. Number 1. Why are children great inventors? Why are children great inventors? Look in the text. Look in the text. So, young people are great inventors because they have a lot of creativity and imagination. Number 2. Why is a hands-on basketball better than other basketballs? Now your turn. Look in the text and tell why is a hands-on basketball better than other basketballs. This basketball has painted hands on it. And the hands show you where to put your hands when you throw the ball. Next, what's a wristie? What does it do? What's a wristie? What does it do? Look in the text. What is this? They protect you from the cold and you wear them under your coat and gloves in winter. Next, how did Frank Appleson invent the ice lolly? How did he invent it? Look in the text. How? He left a cup with some fizzy drink like juice or cola, and a stink in his garden. That night he forgot about it, and it was very cold night. So in the morning he found an ice lolly. And the last, what's Braille? Why was it hard for blind children to read before Braille? What does it mean, blind? Blind when people can't see. People can't see. So what's Braille? Why was it hard for blind children to read before Braille? So this is an alphabet that used rice dots, alphabet with dots. And why was it hard for blind children to read? Because it was easy to confuse Q and O, because they look like each other. Q and O and R and B. So Louis Braille invented alphabet for blind people, for people who can't see, people who can't read, but they can read with Braille alphabet. Braille alphabet. Some dots, they can read with dots. Next, here is this alphabet. And now let's do activity 15, 16, 17 at page 119. Read and write. Write the name of the invention. Number 1. It's something you eat. What do you eat here? An ice lolly. 2. It's useful for people who live in cold places. What will be the answer? Look in the text. So what invention? Wristies. Right, wristies. Wristies. Here, wristies. 3. It's something a blind person can use to read. Blind person can use to read. It is Braille alphabet. Right. Braille alphabet. 4. It's useful for basketball players. It's easy. It's hands-on basketball. This is number 4, hands-on basketball. 5. It happened by accident. It happened by accident. Who had an accident? So Louis Braille had an accident when he was 3. The accident left him blind. And here will be again Braille alphabet. Braille alphabet. 16. Read and write. Complete the table. Complete the table. Who, when, what, why. Who? Chris Haas. Chris Haas. When? In 1994, when he was 9 years old. What he invented? A basketball. And why? His friends missed lots of baskets. Lots of baskets. Now, next, who is next? Catherine Gregory. Right here, Catherine Gregory. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 2, name who? Catherine Gregory, right, Catherine Gregory. When 1994, when she was only 10, 1994, when she was 10 years old. When she was 10 years old. Catherine Gregory in 1994, when she was 10 years old, what she invented? Wristies, right? Wristies. And why? Let's find. Because she was in the snow and her wrists hurt because they were cold and wet. You can write why her wrist hurt because her hands were cold and wet. Because her wrist hurt in winter. Next, 3. Frank Epperson. Frank Epperson, right, Frank Epperson. When 1905, when he was 11 years old. When he was 11 years old. 11 years old. What? I slowly, right? I slowly. And why he invented? He left a cup with some fizzy drink at night. He left a cup with some fizzy drink at night. 4, the last, Louis Braille. Louis Braille, right here. When 1825, when he was 3. When he was 3. When he was 3. When in 1825, when he was 3. When he was 15, he had an accident when he was 3, but he invented Braille alphabet when he was 15. 1825, when he was 15. When he was 15 years old. And what? Braille alphabet. Braille alphabet. Braille alphabet. Why? Why? Let's find. Because it was hard for blind children to read. It was hard for blind children to read. Finishing this activity. Activity 17. Work in groups. Okay, answer the questions. Which story was the most interesting for you? Which story the most interesting? Think about which story was the most interesting? Which invention was the most useful? Which invention the most useful? The most useful. For example, I think the most useful invention is Braille alphabet. For you, say, I think the most useful invention is, and I think the most interesting invention is hands-on basketball. Now you say, I think the most interesting invention is, okay, finishing with this. Next, look at the board. Here we have fact and opinion. What does it mean? Let's read. An airplane flies through the air. Is it true? Yes. Something that's always true is called a fact. It's always true. An airplane flies through the air. It's always true. Opinion. An airplane is the most useful invention. Is it true? I don't know if it is true, but in my opinion, this is an opinion. An opinion is what a person thinks about something. Opinion, I think about something. Fact, something that's always true. Fact, always true. One more fact. Airplane is big and it is fast. It is true. It is always true and it is a fact. Next, opinion. One more opinion about airplane. An airplane is the most expensive way of traveling. I think so, but I don't know other ways of transport. So I think it is the most expensive way of traveling. It is what I think about. But fact is what is always true. Always true. We will write paragraph with you, paragraph of facts and opinions. To say about your opinion, you can use these phrases. You can say, I think, I believe, in my opinion, airplane is the most expensive way of traveling. In my opinion, airplane is the most useful invention. Or, I think airplane is the most expensive way of traveling. Now, open your books at page 120. Let's read. 120. A good idea. Page 120. Open your books at page 120. Let's read. A good idea. In my opinion, sticky notes are a great invention. They are a really good idea and they are easy to use. You leave the paper off, write a note and stick it on your notebook or on your computer, and they come off easily. I think most people like them because they are so useful. Before I started to use sticky notes, I used to forget everything. I believe that the story of sticky notes is interesting too. Sticky notes have two inventors. Spencer Silver invented the glue in 1970. It wasn't very strong, so he didn't know how he could use it. 4 years later, Arthur Fly found a way to use the glue. One day, all his notes fell onto the floor. He wasn't happy, but he remembered Silver's glue. Later, he used the glue on small pieces of paper. It worked. The notes stayed on the paper and it was easy to remove them. And now we have a great and useful invention. Now, find in the text facts and opinions. Find in the text opinion. I think, I believe, in my opinion. Let's find and underline. For example, in my opinion, what else? I think most people, I believe that the story of sticky notes. What else? And I think that's all. Next. Next. What is your favorite invention? What is your favorite invention? For example, my favorite invention is the television. Facts about television. Facts means something that's always true. Facts that always true. Many people watch films on TV. It is true, it's a fact. Many people watch news on TV. It was invented in 1927. It's a fact. It's a fact. It is always true. We need electricity to use TV. Yes, without electricity, we can't watch TV. It is a fact. And opinions. What I think. I think television helps you to know what's happening in the world. Also, I can say, in my opinion, television is very useful. In my opinion, or I believe that many people spend free time watching television. Now you write about your favorite invention. You can write about computer, laptop, mobile phone, telephone, about TV also, about a car, about bicycle, about anything you like. Write about your favorite invention. First, in your notebooks, write facts and opinions. Write 3 facts and 3 opinions about your favorite invention. And after that, write your paragraph of opinion and fact. After that, you write about your favorite invention. So for homework, in your notebooks, write facts and opinions about your favorite invention. For now, that's all. See you soon. Bye.